for MuscularDevelopment.com here in Pittsburgh for the IFBB Men's Masters Championships. I'm here with your over 40 winner, Timmy Gard. First off, Timmy, congratulations on your win. First win as a pro. How's it feeling?
Feel good, man. It feel good. A little surreal, but it feel good.
Now, anybody who's followed along on the forums, you've done a handful of shows, and the general consensus when you come out on stage is this guy's got all the potential in the world. He's even as an older guy, you don't have one of those physiques that looks older. People talk about potential all the time. Your conditioning has been a little bit off. I mean, it's only been 4 weeks since Tampa. Your conditioning is vast improved, and that potential that everybody always talks about really shined through. What have you been doing since Tampa? I mean, because you've made some pretty stellar improvements in just over 4 weeks.
Well, we got it done. I've been trying to come in big, and that's been the problem, coming in too big and giving up condition. This time we just come in hard. We just come in hard, and I think it showed.
Yeah, absolutely, it showed. And anybody that was in the crowd and kind of the people that were there, the fans and everybody were watching, you came out some oohs and some ahs. I mean, that physique that everybody knows you could bring, but just hasn't quite been there. Now, as far as stage weight, that's one of the things we always talk about at every level, professional, amateur, even your most basic NPC local level shows. Everybody's worried about what they weigh on the stage. But I mean, for you, what was the difference between Tampa and here in Pittsburgh?
Actually, about 8 pounds. About 8 pounds. Just getting rid of a little water weight. Just a little water weight. I grind on out, and it worked.
All right. Well, I mean, that really just goes to show. I mean, here's a guy, you come out 8 pounds lighter, but I mean, to me, you look like you're about 15 or 20 pounds bigger on stage. So you guys, the illusion that can create helps with all your lines and everything. Usually after a win, we like to let guys celebrate a little bit. We know that we got the Olympia coming up in a couple weeks. The Men's Masters show, not a qualifier for the Olympia. There are a handful of shows, though, yet on the IFBB calendar for the remainder of 2015. Are we going to see you at any of those? Are you going to kind of wait until 2016 to get back on stage?
No, I'm going to hang it up now and come back next year. And next year we're going to be tighter from start to finish. So.
All right. Well, Timmy, we're definitely, once again, one of those guys, kind of like there's a handful of you guys. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 48.
Oh, geez. She's 48. And like I said, guys, and I mean, I'm sure you can see it in pictures, and we really see it up close. I mean, you don't have any of the signs of an older guy's body, I mean, at all. None of the skin, no injuries, no nothing. I mean, is that just a matter of genetics? Or, I mean, talk to us a little bit about training. We haven't really done a lot of interviews with you, so, I mean, we're sitting here looking at you, and it's kind of like a wow factor for your age. I mean, have you been training just kind of lighter to where you haven't had those injuries? I mean, what's, a breakdown of how you do things?
No, I think I've just been lucky because I'm old school. I train hard and heavy free weights. That's just why I like it. I just love to train.
That's about it. Well, definitely one of these guys that we're looking forward to seeing back on stage next year. And, not something that we get to say often, but at 48, I think you got a few really, really good years ahead of you, and we definitely saw that potential shine through tonight. But once again, we're going to let you enjoy your victory. So congratulations from myself and everybody at MuscularDevelopment.com. Guys, we're going to wrap it up. So once again, David Bay with your Masters Championships winner, Timmy Gard from MuscularDevelopment.com. David Bay here for MuscularDevelopment.com. Here in Pittsburgh at the World Masters Championships, hanging out here with your over 50 winner, Gus
Marakis. Yeah.
What he said. No, Gus, first off, for you guys following my play-by-play, I'm calling BS on you being over 50.
Yeah.
How old are you, dude?
I'm 52. I'll be 53 in December, yeah.
Oh, either I feel like...
My kids think I'm 42, so now they just found out, but that's all right.
Right. I don't think anybody would question otherwise. Now, the first win as a Masters, I mean,
well, actually, my first win as a Masters, well, I won the Masters Cal, and then the regular Cal, and then the Masters IFBB North America in 06.
Okay.
Overall. Didn't do anything since, and this was kind of, I'll be honest with you, like a last-minute 10 weeks ago thing. Got involved with a nutrition company. The owner of Champion Nutrition has sold it, Mike Zampano. Okay. We got involved with another, it's called Fit Pro, and I back in my element. I kind of got lured back into the sport, so I thought I was done. But, so I kind of just, what I did was I didn't was a larger guy dieting down. I just kind of took what I had and kind of just changed my body comp and did the best I could, and it worked out tonight. So
yeah, absolutely, walking away in a pretty good class. You guys will see pictures. Pretty good class of over 50 guys. So you haven't competed since 2006.
No.
I mean, obviously, this isn't something where 10 weeks ago you just decided to pick weights up again. I mean, obviously, with your physique.
But I wasn't training like heavier than that, and I don't. I mean, I usually like to train like 15 reps or more. I don't go heavyweight until I can save my joints, my ligaments, my tendons, and try to stay away from injuries. So I believe, me personally, as you get older especially, I like to do more volume training, more high intensity, and get more blood in there. So. Yeah.
All right. Now on the master stage, no weight classes, just over 50.
Right.
You got to be what 5'10", 5'11".
5'11", yeah.
What did you weigh in at, or did they not weigh you at all?
They didn't weigh us at all.
Yeah,
no.
ballpark.
When I did the Masters North America, that was years ago. I was 246. Okay. And that was and then I pulled water that night. So I'm guessing right now I'm in the high 220s, maybe low 230s. Okay. I didn't even weigh myself. I don't know.
Doesn't matter, as we've talked about before. No, and it's one of those questions where it's like it's funny because we talk so much on musculardevelopment.com, especially lately where people aren't really bringing the conditioning that we want to see. Yeah. We talk so much about how the scale doesn't matter, but yet at the same time everybody still wants to know what people weigh.
I tell you, look at the mirror, let the mirror be your judge. It's what you look like. The guy usually in better condition will beat the bigger guy.
I mean, do you feel like for getting ready for a show, and this I guess something where the Masters there was no weight classes. I mean, so you really didn't have to look at a scale at all. I mean, do you feel maybe a little bit less pressure knowing that it was just over 50? There was no weight class to try to get under or anything like that?
No, I didn't feel that pressure. But what I did feel was just I know I needed to get conditioned because there's always somebody coming out of the woodworks. As you know, somebody will show up. And, it was hard. It was hard running a company and having the family of 4 and running around all day and going to kids' baseball and daughters' softball. Sure. And if I fell asleep, woke up, I had to do my cardio in the middle of the night, I would, and I knew I had to push myself that little bit of extra to get that conditioning. And to me, size is great, but conditioning usually wins over size.
Absolutely.
Together, it's perfect marriage, right? But I believe in conditioning, yeah.
All right. Well, you definitely brought a good combination of both. Now, not having been on the stage for 9 years, I mean, is there anything else that's on your radar in the future, or is it kind of going to take a break and kind of play it by ear?
I think I'm going to hang around for a while. Okay. I'm going to just go back and work and maybe put on a little bit of weight, not a whole bunch, and then see what comes up. Masters over 50, and see what we can do from there. I'm not really putting too much pressure on me. I'm going to enjoy the family and have fun. With boat and fishing and doing all that good fun stuff too. You know what I mean?
The other stuff off the stage outside.
When you're involved in a nutrition company, it's almost like they want you to look good. It's okay to look good. Hey, I got to eat my extra meal. Fine, go eat, go train. Yeah.
So works well with when you have some sort of job that kind of involves that. Absolutely. So, but I tell you what, man, we'll just say congratulations for myself and everybody else at musculardevelopment.com on your win. Definitely a fantastic showing after a 9-year break, and I hope we don't have to wait another 9 years to see you again because it was a great showing. So we're going to wrap this up, guys. Once again, David Bay with Gus
Marakis
for Muscular Development. David Bay here for musculardevelopment.com here in Pittsburgh for the IFBB Masters Championships. I'm here with your over 60 winner, Robert Irby. Robert, first off, congratulations on your win. First Masters show here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, first pro show. I just got my card last year. I've been trying to get it for a lot of years. I won the over 50 class back in 2002, and at that time, that was a long time ago. I've been coming up to Nashville since before that, and they only give one pro card, and that was to the over 40 class. And then the next year they started giving it to over 50, so I was a year late. So I've been trying to get it, and it's coming so close ever since then.
All right, well, definitely come close is nice, but you get that pro card, you come here, you get a win, and in a really good class of 60-year-olds. I mean, we look at, we think, over 50, over 60, some of these guys are starting to fade a little bit, but obviously not. Now, for the guys at musculardevelopment.com, not necessarily familiar with some of the Masters competitors, give us a background. And when I say background, I mean take us way back. Like what got you into weightlifting and competing and things like that?
Oh, okay, all the way back.
Yeah, let's go way back.
Okay, that's okay. We're going to have to go way back.
Yeah, right.
I played ball my whole life. I played football, baseball, basketball, and I just loved the competing. When I got out of that, and I got married, and I had to go to work. Had a partial baseball scholarship, and I didn't get to pursue that. But I just loved the competition, and I got into bodybuilding through a guy that I worked where I worked at. He went to the gym. He's just very muscular. I was like, man, a lot of people, the guys that work with, He's all muscle. I'm like, I said, that guy looks awesome. You're just jealous.
Right.
So I started talking to him, and he inspired me. So, and then I started going to the gym, and ever since then, I got into it and kept getting bigger, and I wanted to compete, and been competing for 35 years now.
Man, I don't think that story changes. I think that's kind of the story of my story and so many guys that I know, whether it be they're 25 or 65. It's kind of, hey, I was in sports in high school and college, got out, needed some sort of competitive outlet. And we all know as adults, those competitive outlets are they're rather limited. You have 5Ks and 10Ks.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have some stuff like CrossFit and Spartan races and stuff like that. But even when I started competing, it was like you either had college sports or you could run. So bodybuilding proves to be a really good competitive outlet for people. Now, looking forward, obviously, with some of the bigger IFBB Open shows, I mean, you're going to be running into some pretty deep waters. Are we going to see it here, next year again, or?
I'm going to come back here. Yeah, I'm just going to come back and try to defend this title. It's one of the only Masters Pro shows that there is, and I think Gary Udis puts on a great show. He's trying to build this up. I talked to him. He's trying to build this up bigger and make this one of the biggest the Masters Pro shows that there is. As far as the Open, God, those guys are so awesome. I mean, I weighed in. I think I weighed in at like 208. I weighed before I left. They didn't weigh us in, but I weighed like maybe 215, 216. Okay. So I could, I dropped down into the 212 class, but them guys, they'd be.
So you're going against guys, half your age, if not less,
and they're just awesome. So I think I'll stay where I have a chance to win. I'm not going to I don't want to just get on stage and go, hey, I competed against these guys. Unless I have a chance, I just don't want to do it.
All right. And like you said, Gary Udit's done a really good job here. I talked to Gary a few years ago, actually, 3 years ago when I was here, and he had talked about, one of the issues with, the Masters Nationals and people winning pro cards at North Americans is they felt like jumping into open IFBB shows, was something where there wasn't really a chance for them to be that competitive. They did this show. Last year was, the first show. Came back this year, added some more classes in it, and it turned out pretty good. And as far as an all-around experience, the North Americans as a whole has grown. Adding this IFBB event onto it, really good experience. So, congratulations for myself, everybody at musculardevelopment.com, man. We're going to let you enjoy your victory. First professional win in the IFBB. So, guys, that's going to be a wrap. This is David Bay with your IFBB Masters over 60 champion, Robert Irby from musculardevelopment.com.